What is cognitive psychology? Cognitive psychology studies are mental processes or cognitions. These mental processes that cognitive psychologists focus on include memory, perception, thinking, and language. Some of the assumptions of cognitive psychology include the following. Internal mental process such as memory, thinking, reasoning, problem solving, and language are important features influencing human behavior. The human brain is like a computer. It receives, interprets, responds to information. People's problems often arise due to faulty or irrational thinking, which can be traced and often remedied using cognitive therapy. What are the strengths of cognitive psychology? A main strength of cognitive psychology is that this process has tended to use a scientific approach to the use of laboratory experiments. The strength of using laboratory experiments is that they are high control and often researchers are able to establish causes. A further strength of cognitive approach is the useful contribution that has arisen from this approach. For example, many modern therapies are based on cognitive approach. Understanding cognitive processes allows us to help people improve their cognitive process such as memory, language. Furthermore, the cognitive approach has become a dominant approach in psychology, particularly since it has become allied with neurology. The cognitive approach nowadays is often called cognitive science and is able to provide a very sophisticated understanding of how the brain processes information. What are some of the weaknesses of cognitive psychology? A weakness of cognitive approach leads to the validity of measuring cognitive processes. We can only infer what a person is thinking, and therefore cognitive approach relies heavily on self-report measurement and observation. Because of the development of the brain, scanning techniques were able to record active parts of the brain more accurately nowadays. And the cognitive science is providing a more detailed description on how cognitive processes. For example, brain scanning techniques have given great insight about how memory works. It has been argued that another weakness of cognitive approach that it leads to reductionist or mechanistic impression of experiences and because of its reliance on computer analogy and reductionism is the idea that complex phenomena can be explained by simpler things. The cognitive approach often takes this narrow focus and ignores social and emotional factors which may impact on cognition. However, the reductionist approach does have strengths and advantages of the reductionist view is that by breaking down this phenomena, it is possible to constitute parts. It may be possible to understand the whole. This is the simple type of single-mindedness that has led to some great discoveries in psychology, and it has natural sciences and other weaknesses. Is that since laboratory experiments are often used in research, it is low in ecological validity because of the situation is too controlled, and therefore it doesn't relate everyday life. So we need to be careful when generalizing the results.